Hello, it's time for word work. Today we are going to focus on the long E sound. E. E. It sounds just like the letter E, and it's the ending sound in the word see. 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 I can see you all have been working hard this summer. See. E. E. The long E sound. There are different ways to make the long E sound. Today we're going to focus on 4 different ways. One way is to have 2 E's right next to each other. E. Another way is to have an E and an A together. This is sometimes pronounced also E. Another way is to have E and then a consonant and then another E. E. And then the last way is when we have a Y at the end of a word, it's sometimes pronounced with an E sound. E sound. Let's take a look at some words. We're going to start with the double E, 2 E's right next to each other. Let's sound this word out together. T-E, 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 T, T, T. Like a T that you would wear. T, T. Let's try this one. F-E, F-E, fee, 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 fee. A fee is the amount that you're charged for something. That's a fee, fee. Here we have 2 E's in the middle of 2 consonants, but they still make the E sound. Read, 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 read. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that's not how you spell read. This is a different kind of read. This isn't like read a book. This is like a tall blade of grass is a reed. Read, 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 read. So even though it sounds just like read a book, it has a totally different meaning and a somewhat different spelling. Read, read. Let's try this word. Seed, 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 seed. Good. Seed, seed. So one way that we could make the long E sound is with 2 E's right next to each other. E. Another way is if we have an E and an A together. Read, 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 read. So this read is like reading a book. Read, read. See how they're spelled differently, but pronounced the same? Read and read. Read, read, read. Let's try another one with an E and an A together. Bead, 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 bead. Lean, 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 lean. This woman is leaning over. She is leaning. Lean, lean, lean. Mean, 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 mean. So now we know that when we have an EA sound, it makes the long E sound E, E, E. Most of the times it makes the long E sound like ma'in. Let's take a look at another way. Sometimes we'll have an E, a consonant, and another E, and that will make the long E sound sometimes. Let's take a look. Eve, Eve. So we don't say the last E. Eve, Eve. Like Christmas Eve, Eve. Oh, I know that this must be a proper noun because it is capitalized. This is someone's name. Eve, 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 Steve, Steve, Steve. The ease, the ease, the ease. Remember, we don't say this last E. The ease. These. These are some apples. These are some apples. Now this one's a little bit different because we have both the double E and an E consonant E, but it's still pronounced with that long E sound, and we don't say this last E. Cheese, 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 cheese. So I know that when I have an E, a consonant, and another E, it's pronounced E. The last way that we're going to look at is when I have a Y at the very end of a word. Let's take a look. Mommy, 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 mommy. So the E at the, or the Y at the end sounds like an E, a long E. Jelly, 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 jelly. Sunny, 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 sunny. So when I have a Y on the very end, it makes the long E sound. So now I know that I can make the long E sound by putting two E's together, like in Saeed, or sometimes when I have an E and an A together, like in Read, read, it'll make the long E sound. Or if I have an E, a consonant, and another E, it will sometimes make the long E sound, like in Steve, Steve, Steve. And lastly, if I have a Y at the very end of a word, it will make the long E sound like jelly, jelly, jelly. Good. So now we know that there are 4 ways to make the long E sound. I could have 2 E's together. E. E-A. E. E consonant E. E. Or a Y at the end. E. Right now, you're going to sign off of this video and go on to Google Classroom to do your word work, writing, and reading from Raz Kids. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow.